4409 Shiloh Road. I want to give you a look at this property so we can see exactly what's going on here. So here's Shiloh Road. The house is pretty close to Shiloh Road. There's no question about it. But this is not a high-use road. There's housing all up and down here. You got a ranch right across the street from you. So there's some cool stuff around here. The middle school and the elementary school is only about a mile away. It's in this direction, literally just Shiloh Road over, and you're right there. So you are in good proximity to stuff. This driveway goes back quite a bit to the back of the house and the back of the property. I'll show you that in a minute. I would say overall, the house is in pretty solid shape, but it does have a couple of quirks to it, which would be expected, which is why it's been out here. I'd say there's a little bit of settling issues with the house that a structural engineer would need to look at and just determine if it's minor stuff that can just kind of be modified real quick, or if it's a more significant issue. My guess is that that's been one of the factors here. We can play that up and try and drive down price. So you'll see, like in this room, for instance, there's a small slope that goes this way towards this side of the house. It's real minor, but it is there. So you kind of got this side room over here. You got a living room over here. This staircase is going to take you up to 3 bedrooms and a bathroom up top. So you walk right in, you got your half bath, you have your master suite, and then you kind of have your kitchen and some other space. So let me show you the kitchen. Okay. Not a small kitchen. Original counter cabinets. And they have this space they've added on, both in pantry. Let me see, is there a light here? So this could be a real sweet pantry right here, if you got the cheap Walmart shelves out of here. And then this kind of goes into this back sunroom area, which really provides a lot of living space and provides a nice view of the pool, back parking, and all that. One thing is, there's not a garage to park your car in on this property. That's not necessarily a deal breaker, but that is one of the factors. So big room, big room here. Why they went with tile, I have no idea. The rest of the property, I mean, it definitely has that old farmhouse feel, which is kind of cool, but it just needs, like for instance, if you look in this half bath, the ceilings, I mean, those are just kind of the original old wood ceilings. You know, there's probably a modification that you could make with drywall to still give it the, you know, the old world feel, but some of the modern amenities. You do have little fireplaces everywhere in this house. It's very interesting. Floors slope a little bit here in the master for sure. Here's your closet. Not bad. You have 2 really nice showers in this house. This would be one of them, and there's another one upstairs. So you're at 2.5 baths. And then here's kind of this bonus laundry area where they have their hot water heater, laundry, etc. It's just kind of unfinished, kind of gross. Anyway. So for a master suite, this is going to be a little bit on the small side. I don't know what you do here to open this up a little bit. And then when you go upstairs, you kind of got this small landing right here. That little door takes you into the attic. You have your hall bath right here. Nicely done. And then you have 3 bedrooms. 1. And all these are pretty good size. The floors are a real cheap LVP. So you can see it's starting to peel up everywhere. Bedroom number 1. And you can see some of the settling stuff here. Door doesn't close. Number 2. And a pretty good size number 3 right here. Right? Part of me is wondering if you actually convert and, I don't know, make a master suite up here. I don't know. Actually, this would be a pretty good view. View of the outside. All the windows have been updated in the house, so that's not going to be a concern for you. The land overall looks to be a pretty flat grade. We can go take a look at that. Sometimes it's hard to video and navigate a staircase that has no handrail. All right. So let's head on back. Let's take a look at the pool. You know, when I was walking up, I was looking at the outdoor amenities. First of all, this could be pretty sweet right here. Pretty cool area. It's just a little dumpy, mainly because of that thing. Fences, needs some repair or removal. But I'd say this deck, there is very little cracking here, if none. Just needs some power washing, honestly. And then I'm trying to, let me see if I can get it. Really doesn't show me much, but anyway. Good look at that. So you got a little garden shed here. Not a little one, a pretty big one. And then here's all your ground. Just kind of take a look at this here. This is all pretty flat right here. I'm going towards the back where it does slope off some. And there's kind of a road that takes you back in here. I may jump in the car and see what I can see. But this is kind of your property back here. Obviously big, beautiful Georgia trees. The power lines are not an issue for you. You got a neighbor through there. What I'm trying to do is I'm trying to see if there's that water, a little bit of a pond back here. little bit of a hill right there. And I'm imagining that there's a fence line towards the very back of this where it butts up to the neighbor's property. Oh, look at this. He's got a road the whole way through. You may want to put this part on fast forward, honestly. So here's an idea of the grade. It does come down here a little bit. Again, may not be a problem. You know, you got a couple of build-out basements. Let's head on back. Oh yeah, here's the water. See it through there. Let me see if I can get a better angle at it. That's beautiful. Beautiful. So you do have that, here's that slopey hill up there. All I hear is roosters in the background. And either cows or goats. There's another look at it. There's a lot of space back here. Now, I don't know, I might be on somebody else's property by now. Because maybe not. You got kind of a road that goes there. You got solid woods back here. So there you go.